Weighed 120 pounds as a freshman?
In high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
120?
Yeah.
How much you weigh as a senior?
Probably 150, 145. And just to all the young kids out there that's not the biggest, not the strongest, just keep pushing, because I'm not the biggest. I've been doubted a lot just because of my size. And really, it just comes down to you put your mind to it, you can do it. No job is too big. If you put your mind to it, you can do it, and just keep believing in God, and you'll get where you want to be. You just really have to work it day in and day out and just believe in yourself. And if don't nobody else believe you, you just have to believe in yourself and just prove everybody wrong.
It hurts. It's a deep ball. Looking for Devontae Smith. What a catch.
Let me talk my shit again.
What it do, what it do, what it do. This is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your humbly hostile host, Cassius Cliff. I'm not even going to waste y'all time and ask y'all how y'all feeling. I know exactly how y'all feeling, especially as Eagles fans. I witnessed exactly what y'all witnessed yesterday, and we enjoying it. But we got to handle business today. We got our own food to finish, and really we're going to talk about that because unlike Dallas fans, as much as it may put a smile on their face to see them lose in terms of the Dallas Cowboys, we knew it was going to happen. So it really brings little to no joy. It's inevitable. So we're not going to celebrate that. We knew that was going to happen. Who celebrates what's going to happen anyway? Not me. That being said, I appreciate y'all. Continue to like, share, subscribe. It goes a long way, especially the comments. As you already know, appropriately named Talk My Shit Again podcast. That's what I love to do. So continue to chime in, continue to talk y'all shit, because I will more than likely, if not surely, chime in, go back, because I enjoy the banter. I really enjoy that. Continue to do that. It goes a long way. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Every week, we got the injury report, and this week is no different. It ain't pretty, man, because though they have no relation, they are not kin in any way, shape, or form. He actually has a twin brother in the league. I'm talking about Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown, as well as A.J. Brown, would not be suiting up for this game, and that stings, that sucks, it stinks, because we already know what A.J. Brown is. We're talking about a two-time All-Pro receiver. But Sidney Brown, who actually showed some flashes and actually made a play with a pick six from 99 yards, that hurts a lot because this defensive back room is trash. You have not been good for the majority of the season, and to have a guy that's actually made a play early in the season not being in the entire not be in the game and not even be available, that's not good. It's not fun. But don't get it confused, because Big Play Slay is gonna be out there. Jalen's gonna be out there. DeAndre Swift is gonna be out there, and we're going against Baker Mayfield. And yes, Baker Mayfield as well as Jalen Hurts both played at Oklahoma State. But come on, we see the difference. We see the difference in these guys, and we know exactly well and good who's the better quarterback and really who's a true leader when it comes to their teams. Number one is unquestioned. That being said, we're gonna go to the other side of the ball, the defensive side, purely because that has been a thorn in our side and really the biggest issue when it comes to this team and being viable in the playoffs at all. The defense has been a huge letdown, and we're gonna look at that first purely because they got to step up. They got to make some plays if we have any intention, any desire to win this game today. Because as y'all should probably know by now, it is MLK Day. It's snowed in. Enjoy that because it's a holiday, bruh. It's a holiday. Enjoy the holiday. We're going to get into this right now. The defensive side, we already knew that the running defense was really good in the beginning stages of the season. We have not seen in the last couple of weeks. We got to see another showing of this. Jordan Davis being, to me, the focal point of the run defense, got to show up today. If you have any intentions of being a true playoff team, making a run, and having any kind of respect from your peers, got to show up today. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Milt Williams, Fletcher Cox. It is imperative. If, again, we have any intentions of making a playoff run, this run defense needs to show up today. And that starts with Jordan Davis. As you see right here, the guy just moves people as if they're just easily move objects. Jordan Davis has been a great point, and when it comes to the running defense, today should be no different if we have any intentions of being viable in the defensive end. Aside from that, obviously, you have Jalen Carter as well as Jordan Davis right here, but the linebackers who have had very shitty, poor, bad weeks as of late got to step up today against a running defense of Rashad White. I can't remember the guy's first name, Vaughn, but this is not a good running defense. Running offense. Rushing offense. It's not a great rushing offense, and really and truly, these guys, we've seen them before. It's not necessarily a rinse and repeat, but we've seen them before, and they should be looking to impose the same kind of will and really kind of impact on this defense when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. They should be wholeheartedly looking to impact or set the same kind of impact when it comes to this defense if they have any intentions to be good today. Now, we've seen the run defense and what it's been and how it actually performed against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but that's not the only point. Because if we intend to have a win, if not convincing win, we got to get a couple turnovers. And the last time we saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not only was there this turnover over here by Rashad White, there was actually an interception that was made by Reed Blankenship, which he's in question today. We don't know if he's going to be suited up. But ultimately, if we have any intentions of having a win or convincing win today, it's going to have to be in a running game, which is absolutely nullified. And we're going to have a couple turnovers. There's no way around that at this point in time because it's the playoffs. And if you intend to win the playoffs, you're going to have to make some plays. Teams are not just going to give you W's. You can't play it against the Cowboys every week. You just can't do that. So that being said, let's actually look at what a lot of people are really blowing up this narrative, and this, I think it's complete bullshit, but they're blowing up this narrative, and I want y'all to make your own decisions, really come to your own conclusions hearing this. Take a listen.
Social media stuff with Brown. He deleted his Twitter and he stripped the Eagles off of his Instagram, which he did in Tennessee. So people are saying, does he want out of Philly? My understanding is he went to the media relations department with the Eagles and he said, guys, I'm basically off of all of social media. He left up just a few inspirational posts on Instagram, just wants to get away from social media. That actually sounds kind of awesome. So it's not an anti-Eagles thing.
It's not an anti-Eagles thing. But people want to assume that this guy wants out. I mean, people they don't have anything better to do with their time. And I think a lot of these people that are coming up with these narratives, be it divisional rivals or people that just don't have they don't have a lot of traction when it comes to their stories and the articles they're putting out. They're making up anything they can. And AJ Brown, not only as I showed in that below video, dapping up all his teammates after being injured, this guy's 10 toes down and he wants to see his team and his teammates succeed. So that being said, we're going to look at the offensive end and how we can absolutely close out this game and really get a convincing win, because it's an offensive league. If we intend to have a convincing win, it's going to have to be on the offensive end without question. I've been doing it all year, and really, not only am I tired, I'm fed up, because DeAndre Swift and his impact on the game and the offense has been underutilized to the highest degree. DeAndre Swift, Agent Zero, to me, as soon as we made that trade, I knew wholeheartedly this guy was going to be a dog. He was going to show up in games that we absolutely needed him to show up, and he's going to have the vision and the ability to break tackles, in which we needed like last year. Because we saw Miles Sanders, and we saw him behind this offensive line, but I don't think we ever saw Miles Sanders look like this in space against linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties, like we did DeAndre Swift this season. Because yes, right here in this play in particular, the floodgates are open, but you can't tell me when it comes to guys being able to create, not only moves and really break tackles, create space for himself. DeAndre Swift has shown that on time and time again on numerous occasions. He just needs the opportunity to have his impact felt, and it will be felt. I have zero reservations about that. We've seen it all season, and it doesn't matter if it's a run or the pass. Just give the guy the damn ball, and he will make his impact felt. No question about that. So I will bring it back up again if it needs to be brought up again. But y'all know how I feel. DeAndre Swift is just one of them ones. Give the guy the ball and watch him work. It's simple as that. aside from him, obviously, Dallas Goedert is going to be called upon. Devontae Smith is in the opening video, obviously is going to be called upon, given that he's the only captain of the receiver room is going to be suited up. But we know what this comes down to. Where it begins and ends is going to be with Jalen Hurts. And as you see right here, this clip is not even showing the entirety of this play, but this is with great protection, but still feeling the pressure, stepping up in the pocket. Jalen Hurts has just been one of them ones throughout the entirety of the season. Here he is, picking up a horrible snap by Jason Kelce. A horrible snap by him. He's still delivering the pass, and that was completed by Grant Calcaterra. But Jalen has shown improve. Not only is he one of the better quarterbacks in the season, in the league, when it comes down to those crunch moments, those really tight spots, that's a guy you can depend on. And he's shown it throughout the season. And I mentioned that clip earlier. I didn't show the entirety of the entire play, but that was him standing tall in the pocket, delivering an absolute dime to Olamide Zaccheaus. I mean, that is my quarterback. That's a guy that I wholeheartedly believe in when it comes to playoff games. And I was patient. I'm waiting to see it. Because not only do we need Zaccheaus to step up, we're going to need Quez to step up. And this is him making a play last week against the Giants, who, not a great defensive team. Obviously, we know that. But Quez, given that he only had one touchdown for the entirety of the season, that's a hell of a touchdown. On two cornerbacks or two defensive backs, that's pretty good, man. And we already know, no A.J. Brown. It's going to be Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Zaccheaus, Julio Jones, and Dallas Goedert. That is the receiving core for Jalen Hurts today, aside from DeAndre Swift. So it's really up to Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni right now. The defense is going to be what it is, which is mid. The defense has been mid all season. They're going to make their plays here and there, but they're going to be mid. What is the offense going to do when it comes down to a defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that has shown flashes, has had great moments, but really and truly, we saw them early in the season. We saw exactly what we did to them. 25-11. So yes, it's not necessarily a rinse and repeat situation, but we know what these guys are about, and we know that we can beat them. The game plan need to be different? Does it need to be the same? That remains to be seen. But what needs to be done is a dominance by this team if we have any intentions of making any kind of push in the playoffs. And me, being that I am a fan that is seen it on numerous occasions, I have absolute faith, and really I have a lot of intentions of making a video next week talking about our next matchup. So that being said, these guys need to come up and show improve. Not only are they ready, but they've been here before and that they've done this before. Time will tell, obviously, and we got a couple hours to show that. But I have full confidence in these players, not necessarily the coaches, but in this team and in general. These players are going to show that between the lines. I'm just waiting for the coaches to not let us down at this point. And at this point in time, I'm just waiting for the coaches to do their job and the players really to do what they've been doing all season, which is carry. That being said, this is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your humbly hostile host, Cassius Cliff. I'll be seeing y'all very soon. To the next one.